Hello friends, I hope I'm audible to you. Let me just check. So today we are going to see safe interview questions. Okay, so let us begin. I hope the illumination is correct. I can increase it a bit if you want. Okay. So I've opened just a couple of random, safe interview question answers that I found online, and we'll just go through them and we'll just check whether we know the answers or not. And basically, I'm just preparing for an interview, and I thought like, okay, I'll let you know how I prepare for an interview, so that it might help somebody. Okay, so I just opened a couple of interview questions like this websites, and I always keep this open because this is the basic this is the material that I have studied from, and this is what you also should study from. This is like the Bible of SAFe. So let us begin one by one. 15 interview questions. Okay, what is agile? Okay, everyone knows that. What is scaled agile? So agile means basically you know everything. I won't get into details. What is safe or scaled agile framework? So it's the scaled version of safe, scaled version of agile. List the four levels and different configurations of safe. Okay, so I know these are the four levels. Essential safe, which consists only of two layers, which is basically just one layer, which is your basic team along with your art level. So basic team and art. So agile team and art. That is called as essential safe. Large solution safe means on top of this you also have a large solution, and portfolio safe means you have after essential safe instead of large solution you have got portfolio. Full safe means basically you have all the three layers. That means essential safe, large solution safe, and okay. So that's done. Then what are the four core values of safe? So again, come to this diagram. These are the four core values. Okay, so if I just click on it, you'll come to know that the core values are uh, built-in quality, alignment, transparency, and program execution. Okay, so these are like four walls on which this agile or safe is stationed. So built-in quality, that means you have that CI/CD pipeline. It has automation test cases. So automatically, as soon as you build anything, as soon as you commit any code, pipeline works. Pipeline has those automation test cases, so it is a built-in quality. If the test cases fail, then your pipeline fails. If pipeline fails, deployment stage does not happen. Okay, so the last stage will be deployment stage. Okay, so it won't get deployed if it has some built-in, if it has some quality defects, and this is called as built-in quality. Alignment means all the teams should be aligned with each other. You have heard about cadence, so develop in cadence and deliver on demand. So developing on in cadence is called as alignment. Transparency, all the sprint reports are very transparent, and there's a lot of transparency in this. So okay, you can mention about that. Program execution. Yeah, so program execution means how you execute that program. So at various levels, you're doing it. So at the agile level, your Scrum Master is doing it. At the art level, your RT is doing it. At solution level, your ST is doing it. At the portfolio level, there's nobody to manage that, but still you have various streams and everything. So how do you execute the whole thing? How do you run this circus? That's called as program execution. Okay, so good. Okay, if you still want details on program execution, let me just read out. Programs here, of course, now the safe none of the rest of the safe matters if the team can't execute and continuously deliver the values. Okay, so you should continuously deliver and all. Okay, that kind of things. Therefore, the safe practices are an intense safe places an intense focus on working systems and business outcomes. History shows that while many enterprises start the transformation of the individual agile teams, they often become frustrated as even those teams struggle to deliver more substantial amount of solution value, reliability, and efficiency. Okay, so there's a purpose of art, and so same thing that is it. It focuses on essential ability of value streams to deliver value depending upon the ability of the arts and solution trains. Okay. Yeah, this can be a great interview question again. What are value streams? So value streams. Okay, let's go to that. That will also be a great question, by the way. Uh, the aim of development is, in fact, the creation of profitable operational value streams. So that means it's a stream that brings value to the customer. Okay. Development value stream details. Okay, you get that. Where is the proper definition? Why organize people into value streams? Okay, value streams offer benefits. Defining the development of. Okay. Value streams contain all the activities, people, systems, and flow of heart. This is very bookish way of saying it, and many websites mention this. So there's a good interview question. If you are asked in an interview, give this line. Value streams contain all the activities, people, systems, and the flow of information that and material necessary to deliver value. Value to whom? To the customer, to the end user. While operational value streams vary significantly depending on the purpose, the development of value streams steps are fairly standard. So development value streams means your backlog should get delivered. Okay, simple. So you should first have a page, then capabilities, then features, then stories. So having that kind of a backlog, refining it over the time, of course, and means periodically as in how you are developing. Similarly, it should also get refined a little in advance, maybe 2 sprints in advance. Then delivering it. So that means you have every PI, right? So every PI will have every iteration. So delivering them in a timely manner. Okay, so that will be your development value stream, and your operational value stream means how your organization operates. Okay, so that means, for example, how you, I mean, how do you keep your uh, focus on lean lean practices? So you see all these things which are given. I think where is it given? Um, See, basically, this lean budgeting, this is maintained using the guardrails. Then you have some value streams, development value streams, and process value streams. So that kind of things is your. I mean, how do you do the processes that will be your process value streams? Okay. But the alignment runner building quality on the team, I think, yeah, I think that is sufficient. So let's go ahead. Program execution basically means what? It means in turn the ability of the value streams to deliver value depends upon the ability of the arts and the solution train. Very correct. Then, but with the alignment to the core values, they have a little wind at their back. It enables them to focus on the execution, and if they struggle, and they will, because also solution development is hard, so they have the cornerstone of inspect and adapt workshops. Okay, so program execution basically means how your Scrum Master, RT, ST work. That is your program execution. Okay, so how that program is executed, how you run the circus. How you run the circus is the real thing. Okay, that is the whole thing. Okay, let's go ahead. Define the agile daily strain program. You know it. Intermediate level questions. Okay, acha, this was basic question. My God, it was a basic question. Okay, so I should just remember that. There should be a way of remembering now. So, if you already know it, it's a very good thing. But let there be some way of remembering the core values. So what we'll do is built-in quality is very essential. You know that. Okay, so even with respect to safe, with respect to agile also, that was important, and in scale agile also it is very important. But in scaled agile, what new thing came was transparency. Sorry, was alignment. Even this transparency, it was one of the principles in agile. So, anyways, you know about built-in quality and transparency. But what about alignment? Alignment is the thing that is very critical for SAFe to execute. There should be a cadence. And second thing is program execution. So this is also new to SAFe. Why? Because until now it was just the team. Means in basic agile there's just one team, so there's hardly much execution. It is a very simple thing to do. But to align all the teams together, that is the real magic. And if you are able to do that, then your program execution is good. And that is what this value is all about. So how will you remember? You'll remember that built-in quality is very much essential for agile itself. Transparency is very much essential for SAFe for agile itself. And then what are the new things coming in SAFe? So in SAFe you have alignment and what is the last thing? Program execution. Okay, so these are very important values. Therefore, they are called as the core values of SAFe. Now, this thing, intermediate question important to implement. Okay, so when is it important? Okay, scale is implemented. Let's read them out. I also don't remember now, but let's read them out. Enterprises are keen on implementing the agile mindset across large and multiple teams, team programs, and portfolios. Okay, so when it's an enterprise level, at the enterprise level, it should be executed. Multiple teams have adopted the agile methods, but are consistently facing challenges in failure. So you have adopted, you have multiple teams first of all, and they have all adopted agile, and they are all failing, or most of them are failing, and then you need one centralized, uh, structure of execution, or program execution. That is why you go for SAFe. Very good. This will be the reason that I'll give. Then teams are interested in functioning autonomously in the decentralized decision-making enterprise. Okay, not a big reason. But see, I mean, you mean to say that you have self-organized teams, self-motivated teams. Then the need to scale agile exists in the organization, but what new roles may be required and how existing ones need to be modified is unknown. Okay. So they say that there is a requirement, there's a background that is already built in, but you don't know what to do. So come to SAFe. SAFe will show you the light. That's how it is. Then enterprises need to improve the product development lead time and okay. What is product development lead time? So I also don't know. Let me check. So it is a time elapsed between the customer placing the order and receiving the product. Okay, okay. So what is lead time? Lead time means when you place an order at MACD and it delivers you within 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, and then its lead time is very low. That is what is lead time. So you should be able to deliver the software fast. Okay, and then you keep improving it further and further. Basically, it should just take you one sprint to give an MVP and then keep taking suggestions from the customer, and the product will keep improving every single iteration. And the customer will continue this model or keep paying you as long as the person feels, as long as they feel that it is giving them some value. Okay, the moment they start feeling that we are putting in so much of money, but there's not very much of a value add. Whatever was developed is good enough. It cannot be improved further, or it will take a lot of effort to improve it beyond this. Then they'll just stop the funding and they'll say, okay, this is enough. Tata, bye bye. Very good. That is when your project ends. Okay. So, what is Scrum of Scrums? You know it. Then value streams value stream involves a series of steps used to deliver the value right from the customer order to the tangible product desired by the customer. A value stream, an event or a customer order triggers in a value stream, an event or a customer order triggers the flow of the value. Okay, so of course, a value stream will always start with some customer order. Okay, and that is the basic value that will return back. So it is triggered by the customer order. It ends after solution deployment to the client. Okay, so as soon as you deliver that value, then it ends. Of course, it starts with the customer order and it ends when you deliver that order to the customer. The other components of the value stream involve people, working systems, uh, information, as well as a material flow. Okay, I liked this definition better. Where was that value stream? I like this definition better because I found it in on other websites as well. Value stream contains activities, people, system, and flow of information and material necessary to deliver value. Very precise, very correct. Okay, so what I'll do is how to remember this now. So activities, of course, being a Scrum Master, activities, process, that is the main thing that you should remember. People, of course, your teams, of course, teams must be there. Then systems. System means the safe itself is also a system. And flow of information, of course, flow of information, okay. And material, which is necessary. Material means your backlog, basically, necessary to deliver the value. Okay. So basically, what you need is you need activity, people. I forgot now. Activity, people, your processes means what do you call the process? There's some word for that. Systems. Systems. So you need activity, people, systems. Uh, then what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? You need flow of information. Okay, flow of information. Okay, flow of information means again the same thing here. You keep telling the customer what you have developed, and you keep taking feedback and so on and so forth. I'll just close this light if you don't mind. Uh, and the material. Material means again the backlog. So flow of information and material. Okay, I'll remember it now. Value streams is the activity or set of activities, people. Um, I'm looking into your eyes now. Okay, so I'm not cheating. Then system. So people, activities, people, system. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Continuous feedback. What is it called? As a continuous feedback and means communication channels and material necessary to deliver value to the customer. Actually, to the customer is not given there. Okay, flow of information. Okay, not communication channel, flow of information. People, sorry, activities, people, system, flow of information, and material necessary to deliver value. Very good. That is called as value streams. Go ahead. Next question is, what is the difference between value stream and agile value stream? Okay, value stream is a long series of steps that provide a continuous flow and flow of value to the customer. Okay, and agile value stream is a self-managed team of agile team. So basically, value streams is what it is. It is a series of steps. Okay, it is a series of steps, and art is basically it is a team. Okay, so art is team, art is a people, and value stream is like series of steps. Just now they told us that value streams contains activities, people means team. Well, there's a lot of confusion, but this is what I've seen in many interview questions also. People in many websites they'll give that there's a series of steps and there's a team. So okay, just remember if someone asks, say, value stream is a series of steps and art is a self-managed team. Then what are the advantages of implementing safe? Efficiency in the software development while maintaining a decentralized in a C. Throw in a couple of words all the time. Whenever they ask you about, say, decentralized decision making, this is a very, they keep repeating it all the time. Second thing is alignment, cadence, this, that. Okay. Third thing is transparency. Just revolve around the core values. That will be sufficient. Cross-functional, yeah. Throw in a dash of cross-functional teams as well, and more people-centric and technology. Throw in the big words like people-centric, technology-centric, this, that. Highly recommended framework for large enterprises. We saw that here as well, that enterprises which are keen to implement the agile mindset, this and that. Okay. Okay. So basically, these questions you answer in any way. It doesn't matter so much, because this is anyways, they're beating around the bush. They are not telling precise thing, anything. Yeah? They are talking about the whole concept of sale. So it's okay. You also keep elaborating. Now, what are the common issues and challenges you're facing? So you'll give your real life experiences. Being you might okay, lack of long-term planning, lack of great, good thing, lack of long-term planning, very true. Lack of management level agile practices. Management level agile practices. What are management level agile practices? Planning, execution, monitoring projects that okay, plan with multiple levels and prioritize the customer collaboration. Cascade the power downwards. Okay, use time and range. Uh, use time ranges and profitability. Enable transparency and connecting plan. Treat every device. Okay, fine. So this is what some of the basic planning is. I don't know. Yeah, management level agile practices. I don't know. Too many team members make collaborative decisions hard. Correct. Lack of synchronization. Correct. Multiple requirement correct. Lack of proper roadmap. Correct. Roadmap. Correct. Very true. Very true. Very true. Implementation roadmap. This should be very clear. Okay, let's read about it. Implementation. That's an important topic. Again, this architectural runway is also an important topic. Uh, Implementation roadmap. Let us read about it. The safe implementation consider the overview, graphic, and 21 article series which describes the strategy and order and an ordered set of activities that have proven to be effective in successfully implementing SAFe. Okay, so it describes the strategy and activities which are proven to be effective in implementing SAFe. So that is called as implementation roadmap. Implementation roadmap basically means how will you implement, nothing more than that. Achieving business agility and benefits of the lean agile development at scale is not a trivial effort. So SAFe is not a trivial framework, of course. Before realizing the SAFe's rewards, organizations must embrace lean agile mindset, as well as understand and apply the lean agile principles. They must identify the value streams and agile streams, implementation of the portfolio, build quality, stability for continuous value delivery and DevOps, and of course the culture must evolve as well. Very good. Okay, keep beating around the bush. That's what it is all about. Lack of proper roadmap creates unexpected issues and obstacles. Very good. Okay, no problem. What is the goal of lean thinking and SAFe? Okay, lean thinking means use only those many resources which are required. Don't overconsume the resources. That's what lean is. So the main objective of lean thinking in SAFe is to provide maximum value to customers by minimizing the waste and reducing the risk for highest possible value creation to the client and the society as a whole. Very good. So there are two things. One is you should minimize the waste. Now, this is very important. See, there are some keywords that they are looking for, and that is this: minimizing the waste. Lean means what? Minimizing the waste. Second thing is minimizing the risk towards delivering the highest value product. Okay, so that means you should always ensure that the customer gets highest value products. Okay, highest possible value creation for the client and society. That is very good. Okay, this was a question. This was an important question actually. What is lean thinking? So always mention minimizing the waste and ensuring that the customer gets maximum value. Okay. Now, what are the roles of product managers in SAFe? So who is a product manager? I'll just summarize here. See, Scrum Master, product owner, and your delivery team. Some people call it delivery team, some people call it development team. Okay, it consists of developers as well as QA. Okay, now this is your agile team. At the art level, you have instead of Scrum Master, there's RT. Then instead of Product Owner, there's Product Management. Actually, I don't know why it is called as Product Management. It should be called Product Manager, by the way. And he is working under business owner. So business owner is the boss of product manager, but don't use the word boss. Always say business owner's guide a product manager, or product manager works under the guidance of business owner. Okay. So Scrum Master, RT. Then instead of team, you have system architect or system engineer. Now, likewise, instead of RT, there is at the solution level, there is ST, solution train engineer. Instead of system engineer or system architect, there is solution architect or solution engineer. And instead of product management and business owners, there is solution management. Again, it should be solution manager. I don't know why they call it as solution management. Let me see how many people are solution management. See, solution management is responsible for defining, supporting the building of desirable, feasible, viable, and sustainable large-scale business solutions to meet the customer needs. So, large-scale business solutions should be built. Who will ensure that? This guy is going to ensure that. Are there multiple people? Let me just check. Solution management, product management. Okay, let me check. Define the customer stakeholders. This is all fine, but is it multiple people? Article decides. It looks like there are multiple people. I don't know. As with okay. So they've always mentioned it as production management or solution management, and they haven't said anything which will indicate that it is a single person. So let's assume that there are multiple people. Okay. So that is your solution management, and then at the portfolio level, there's just epic owners and just like business owners, there's epic owners and enterprise architect. So just like solution architect, there's enterprise architect. Okay. This enterprise architect is not called as enterprise engineer. I don't know why, because here every architect is being called as engineer as well, and I don't know why enterprise architect is not called enterprise engineer, but that's how it is. See, if you go to the article here also, I don't think they have given anything like that. Okay, no one is using the word like enterprise engineer. Okay, so you also call it enterprise architect only. Okay, then I think product manager. Okay, what is the role of product manager? So product manager is at the program level, and let's see what roles he or what role they have. So program manager is the ultimate authority of the program at the program level. That means at the art level. Okay, but you always call it program level. You never call it art level. You call it program level. Okay, so program backlog, team backlog, program backlog, solution backlog, and there's a portfolio backlog. So program, you always call it as program. You don't say art level. You say program level. Okay. So at the program level, what is the ultimate authority at the program level to take the program vision? Okay, he is the ultimate authority, but not for the process, only for program vision. Ultimate authority for process will be absolutely or RTE. Okay, so read between the lines or maybe read carefully. The role of product manager is to understand the customer requirements and provide solutions, define the roadmap for development teams for laying down a program vision, and manage the workflow through agile methods. Okay, very good. Participate in PI meetings and the workshop. Very good. What is the solution train and save? Okay, so it is a popular question. The solution train is a construct of organizing large and complex project solutions that require the coordination of multiple arts. It aligns all the arts together based on a common vision, roadmap, and very good. This is the correct answer. It aligns, or it is a construct that aligns all the arts together based on or together towards a common vision, roadmap, and align the PIs. Okay, and an aligned PI. Okay, on the same thing. Okay, so basically, and an aligned PI. Okay, wait a minute. Let me check that. Program increment only, okay, at the solution level, there should be called as solution train, and they don't have anything like program. So I'll tell you something. See, you have a PI at the program level. So do you have something similar like solution increment? You don't have anything like that, right? But at the solution level, what you do is you just align all the different PIs of different arts. Okay, so that's what probably they mean to say, that aligned PI. They are not saying you create a just like program increment, there should be a solution increment. You have never heard of it, right? Because at the solution level, you don't have another increment level. Okay, like there's an iteration at the team level, there's a program increment at the program level. So at the solution level, there's not solution increment. No, nothing like that. But they just align the program increments of various different parts. So that will be aligned PI. Why is decentralization in decision important? Okay, very important, man, because it leads to sustainable short lead time. Correct. See, shorter lead time. This is a real thing, and it is also sustainable. See, I'll tell you why. There was a story from the history. I gave it to my team once. You should also speak to your team sometimes, or at a philosophical level. That I mean, at safe philosophical level. Okay. So what I told them was. Uh, when there was Second World War, uh, so Germans conquered over France, and that was the biggest, fall, big nation falling to Germans at that time, and the whole world was, very afraid of Germany after that. But how did Germany achieve it? Germany achieved it by decentralized thinking or decentralized decision making. French military followed a very strict line of order where unless you get the orders, you won't do anything. Now, a soldier at the battlefield cannot take any decision. His corporal or maybe his sergeant will take, then his sergeant cannot take certain decisions that somebody else will take, and finally, an admiral or something like that. And finally, it comes to the generals. So, generals will make all the decision making. So how much will a general know what is going on the ground? First of all, you'll have to communicate everything, and then you'll have to ask the person again, okay, what should I do? What should I do? Should I go ahead? Should I not go ahead? You keep asking all these things, but you don't give the decision making power to the people who are actually on the ground. That was the reason for failure of French. To contrast this with the Germans, Germans gave full authority at various levels. Of course, contained authority. Of course, soldier won't decide everything, but contained authority. That's this is your jurisdiction. You do whatever you want, and that I just want a report at the end of the day. Now that's what a real good manager should be doing. You don't, run behind the team. You don't micromanage them in each and every little thing. You just say, see, I want this thing done. How you do it is up to you, but I want this done. If you want any of my help, I'll be more than happy to help. But if you don't escalate in time, and if you tell me at the last moment, okay, I could not do it because so and so reason, it won't work. So you tell me within time that, okay, this is an impairment, I won't be able to deliver, it should come from you. And then it is up to me how that impediment should get resolved ASAP. I look into that. But you should raise the impediment, that is your responsibility, and you should do it in time. This is what good management is. So what the Germans did was simply good management, and that is the reason why they could conquer France in World War II. So that is why decentralization of decision making is important, because it leads to shorter lead time. And of course, blitzkrieg was possible only because people could take decisions in time. If you take 2 days to take a decision, whether I should conquer or not, come on, yaar, you have to take the decision in a very little time. I'm not saying fraction of a second, but in minimal time, you should take the decision. Okay, I have to conquer this particular city. how will I do that? Then you make a plan, you finalize the plan. You don't sit over it for a week. Okay, this plan, will it work? Will it not work? Come on, you have to make quick decisions. So shorter lead time. And then sustainable. Yeah, it is sustainable. Why? Because the generals don't have to worry about each and everything. Every little fight, every little battle which is going on, generals don't have to look into that. They will have lower hierarchy people who will look into their respective job, and general will look at the bigger picture only. Okay, so that is why it is sustainable. So in general, also, he should not be overwhelmed with the work, so it should be sustainable. Waiting for the approval and higher authorities leads to delays and disables the fast feedback and innovation. Correct, very good. Correct. So it delays and disables the faster feedback also. First of all, it leads to delays. First of all, your lead time reduces. Second thing, it disables the faster feedback. Of course, it disables the faster feedback because if you deliver quickly, if your lead time is low, then only you will take a feedback on that, right? If your lead time itself is more, then you are not delivering, you are not delivering, you are not getting the feedback. It's saying the same thing again in a different way, that you don't deliver quickly and you also don't get the feedback quickly. Then innovative solution. Of course, if you don't let other people decide, how much innovative can one person be? Very little, right? But how much innovative can an entire team be? Of course, much more. So if you allow the flow of information from all the sides, if you allow people to take decisions, if you allow people to talk, then you run a better government, you run a better project. So it's always better to take decisions. I mean, you're not the only one who is intelligent. Intelligence may be everywhere. Maybe people who are absolute freshers, they'll give you better ideas than you having 14, 15 years experience. This happens very regularly, I would say. This happens very frequently. So you should take decisions collectively. You should invite ideas. You should invite, innovative solutions. So it is summarize. Okay, summarize. Chalo, so this website is done. Next website. Skill agent into beginners advanced. Okay, let us start with beginners. What is it? But yes, it gives a long answers. Are all the answers so long? Okay, I don't like this website only. I'll just read through it, but I won't read its answers because it gives such big answers. Yeah, who will read through it? It's better to read the documentation there. Okay, let me check. Why is the development manager's role important when it is not included? Okay, development manager, team of delivery and who will read this development managers because they are skilled in the essential management one-to-one meetings, giving feedback, coaching. Okay, I did not like the answer only. Does say follow the real application? Okay, design. It's so long. Okay, I reject this website only. Let's go to the next website. Top 15 skill assessment interview questions. Very good. What do you know? What is the difference between capability? You know that, yeah, yes. It is very simple. Yeah. See, at the solution level, there is a story. At the program level, there is a feature. At the solution level, there is a capability. And at the portfolio level, there is epic. So epics are broken down into capabilities, which are broken down into features, which are broken down into stories. Okay. Team basically works on stories. Your agile release train works on features. Your solution release train works on capabilities, and nobody works on epics. Epics can be created; they are part of the development value stream, but uh, they are only meant to be broken down into capabilities and features and stories. So nobody ever works on an epic. It is just a collection of capabilities. Because at the portfolio level, there's no team only. So as you know, here there is agile team, here there is art, here there is solution release train, SRT. What about here? Here you don't have a team only, so no one is working on ethics. Then When should one apply the skill agile framework? Okay, same thing when your organization is, when your enterprise is very keen on implementing the lean agile principles. Um, and when there are multiple teams and they are not, they have all adopted agile, but they are not able to work properly together. Third thing, maybe there is no centralized decision making. Sorry, there's no decentralized decision making. Okay, the team's desired function and numerous teams are practicing okay. Then there is an urgent need of a need to scale across the organization, but we are not clear about what to do. Okay, there's a need for scaling up, but we don't know what to do. And an organization needs improvement, needs to improve the product development lead time. Correct. This is the point which I forgot. Your development lead time should be improved. So how will you improve it? Using Safe. Very good. Safe is the solution. Then, and wants to know how the companies in the same industry have scaled Agile with Safe. Okay. How you guys system team? Okay. A system team is a specialized team responsible for managing support development environment. System team means basically a DevOps team is called a system team over here. Okay. So let me see whether it is mentioned anywhere. System team. I think they have mentioned it. DevOps. Here. Let's read it from the material. System DevOps they have mentioned, but system team they haven't mentioned. Okay. Imagine the world where the product owners, development, and QAs and IT operators and protect work together, InfoSec, work together, not only with the help of each other, but also to ensure that an overall organization succeeds. Working towards a common goal, they enable the fast flow of planned work into production while achieving world-class stability, reliability, and security. So this is what the purpose of DevOps is, or DevOps handbook mentions this statement. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I just wanted one place where I could show you that, DevOps team is called a system team here. So anyways, believe me for that. Oh yeah, operational value streams and development value. Yeah, let's think about that as well. What are development value streams and what are operational value streams? Operational value streams are again, these are all at portfolio level only, but even beyond portfolio level, it looks like. Okay, what are operational value streams? Whenever there's a product for the customer, there's a value stream. Yeah, of course, we know. The challenge lies in seeing it. Okay, operational value streams are the sequence of activities needed to deliver product or service to a customer. Examples include manufacturing a product, fulfilling an order. Okay. Admitting and treating a medical patient means how your organization basically operates. For example, what is your standard operational procedure? That is called operational value streams. Okay. Providing loan, providing service. Okay. So basically, it is basically the sequence of activities, of course, series of steps, sequence of activities. That's what value streams. Okay. Needed to deliver the product or service to a customer. So operational value stream basically means how you operate basically. How will you behave with the customer? How will you place an order of the customer? Let us say it is your enterprise is basically a hospital. So how will you take the patients? Uh, how will you fill the forms? Then how will you do those formalities? How will you deliver service to the patient? And then how will you release the patient? How will you bill the patient? All this will be your operational value stream. How you operate. Delivery value stream, on the other hand, is how will you deliver value to the customer. That is altogether a different matter. For example, that hospital might be having, this is a bad example actually. I should be giving you the example of some software. So, for example, Amazon. So, Amazon, how it behaves with the customer. For example, what is the return policy of Amazon? Or does it deliver faster for the Prime customers? Yeah, faster. Then how fast? Then when the delivery is given on which orders, which not. That is operational value stream. Development value stream is how to develop that software. That is development value stream. Okay, let me go through development value stream as well. Let me go to development value streams as well. Development value streams are a sequence of activities, again, a series of activities, series of steps, a sequence of activities needed to convert the business hypothesis into a digitally enabled solution. Examples include designing a medical device or a geophysical satellite, or developing or deploying a software application, SaaS system, e-commerce website, etc. They are the primary organizational model of SAFE, and SAFE portfolio is comprised of is comprised of then each dedicated to building and supporting a set of solutions. Okay. For many practitioners of IT and internet development, these solutions may be internal and to the business itself. Their users or customers are people in the enterprise who use, of course, their users and consumers or customers are the people in the enterprise who use the system to do their job, of course. So actually, client involvement is not there at all in development value stream. Development value streams is a series of activities or series of steps used to develop that software. So your developers, your QAs, these people will be involved. Your ITs, SEs, these people, but actually your customer is not involved. How will you treat your customer? That is your operational value stream. Okay. Why to organize then reasonable evolution and enable long-lived stable teams? Okay, and okay, and relay bottlenecks. Okay, and support the smaller batch size work. Correct. This is the correct thing that I felt. Support batch size of work. Very good. Support smaller batch size of work. Correct. Enable knowledge growth and more continuous learning. Correct. Okay. Revenue value streams. Okay. Value stream the main activity. Operation may vary, while operational variation may vary significantly depending upon the purpose. The development value streams or steps are very standardized. Very correct. Development value streams are fairly standardized, and operational value streams depend upon the uh, nature of your organization, the way in which it wants to treat the customers, and so on and so forth. So their principles will be different. For example, one hospital's operational value streams will be very different than the other hospitals' value streams, or maybe Amazon's value streams are different than Flipkart's value streams. For example, Flipkart probably has something similar to Prime, but I don't know whether it has it or not. Let's say it doesn't have, or let us say the return policy. Amazon probably allows return on most of the products. Flipkart probably doesn't allow it, or there was probably a stage where Amazon used to allow return on every product, whereas Flipkart probably never did that. I'm just giving an example. I'm not sure who did what, but I'm just giving an example. So their operational value streams will be different. But their development value streams will always be the same because it's basically a software. They're very simple software, so they will be developed in the same way. And even if they have different software, then also it will be developed in the very same way, and that is called as a development value stream. So they'll be very common. This can be a true or false question also, that operational value streams may vary with respect to enterprise, but the development value streams are very consistent. Okay. Chalo, let us close things and let's focus on how can you define a system team. Correct. How do you define a system team? Is it DevOps team? So the system team is a specialized agile team responsible for managing supporting the development environment. So environment, managing the environment, managing the development environment, not development environment. Environment can be of various types. One is development environment, QA environment. Uh, See, basically a development environment which nobody tests upon. A QA environment when the individual agile teams QA tests. Then there's a staging environment wherein the system level or maybe portfolio level testing will happen. Means where integrated code will be tested. Okay. Then there is another environment which is then after that it goes directly to the production only. But then in between also you can have multiple environments. So some people have user acceptance testing environment, okay, UAT environment, and then they have the production environment. What are the system team may also help the agile teams integrate their work by performing accurate testing. Okay, very good. Tools and supports continuously, but very good, correct. What are value streams? Value streams is set of actions that add to a customer, that value to a customer from the initial request to the realization of value by the customer. The value stream begins with an initial concept and moves to the various stages. Fine. I hope you're able to hear my voice. Let me just check once. You're able to hear, very good. How is the solution train unique for the agile stream? Okay, solution train is an organizational model used to build large and complex solutions that require the coordination of multiple agile streams. So basically, it is an organizational model. Very good. Organizational, such a nice word. Organizational model used to build large and complex solutions required that require the coordination of multiple agile release streams. Say it in such a flowery way. A solution release stream is an organizational model which ensures the development of large and complex solution which requires coordination between various parts. That is your solution release stream. It helps align the arts with each other through its shared mission, vision, backlog, and roadmap, as well as a program increment. As well as a program increment, it doesn't have any program increment. Okay? Then, while Agile Strain is an agile team formed out of several agile teams, 50 to 125. Yeah, correct. That's the correct number. 50 to 125. Remember that as well. That can be an interview question. How many teams does a art have? So 50 to 125. Then that has expertise needed to implement, test, deploy, and release to deliver software or other products. While roles and responsibilities of the release train engineer, of course, is a servant leader for the agile release train, because that line itself is sufficient. Okay. What is an art? Art is basically a self-organizing or self-organized cross-functional team of agile team of teams, like Scrum of Scrums. Okay. Now it is a virtual organization that commits, plans, and executes together. Commits, plans, and execute. Very nice. Okay, Agile is the primary value delivery construct in scale design. Okay, very good. This is a good thing to say. Art is basically the primary value delivery construct. Primary value delivery construct. Primary value delivery construct means it's the primary construct which will deliver value to the customer. Right? Right. The core responsibilities of the RT include facilitating the art processes and events and assisting the teams in delivering value, etc. Also, they communicate with the stakeholders, help in business, help in managing risks, um, drive persistent involvement and escalate improvements. Drive persistent improvement. Okay, so continuous improvement and escalate impediments. Very good. When does an organization reach a tipping point? What is a tipping point? When does an organization reach a tipping point? This I also don't know. Tipping point in SAFE refers to a point in which the final organizational objective is to embrace the change instead of opposing it. Okay. An organization reaches a tipping point when it can no longer compete in a dynamic environment. They no longer have the privilege to be resilient, but have to embrace change. Okay. Okay. So what they mean is, this is what Kodak company did. It reached a tipping point, and it never changed. Kodak was a great company, but it never digitized. Sony, on the other hand, also created cameras, but they were digital cameras. Sony never went into film kind of roll kind of cameras. Kodak did that, and Kodak never reached, or maybe at the tipping point, it did not take the right decision. It probably did not. Or we can say, as for this, we can say that, yeah, it never reached the tipping point. Now, same can't be said about Sony, because Sony anyway started directly from digital. I don't think Sony ever had the film cameras. Okay, let me give a better example. Better example could be Nokia. Nokia reached a tipping point, and then Nokia said, "Okay, I will dump all the older things and I'll relaunch myself." Or maybe Microsoft. Microsoft also said that, okay, Microsoft XP was okay, but now I have to change. Okay, and that is the reason why. See, for example, the taskbar is very much inspired from Apple. They have smaller icons. Okay, previously it was a long file, and some words were written on it, which application this that. It was absolutely useless. Why it did it, I don't know. Apple, on the other hand, had a very concise, nice. What do they call it? I don't remember. They don't call it taskbar. They call it something different, and it was amazing. So what Windows did is it did something even better than that. But it's they at least changed. So they reached a tipping point. They said, okay, XP is not working anymore. So they changed. Again, the virus problem of XP. It was very well known. The organization reached a tipping point. They said, okay, our Linux is getting all that momentum just because my operating system is bad. It's not that Linux was very great, but it was because Linux was virus free, and this XP was full of viruses. You used to catch the virus even by inserting a pen drive, do anything on that PC, and it would catch a virus. Or periodically you had to format it, you had to install third-party, this thing, antivirus. This whole antivirus thing began due to XP, I will say, because the operating system was so vulnerable that this whole industry was set up based on that. It is so virus prone, you need to have an antivirus. And now we are still continuing it. So it reached a tipping point and it changed. Now you look at Win 7 onwards, it is not that virus prone. But XP was very much virus prone. After that, after XP, whatever came, Win 7, Win 10, everything, it is very, now Win 11 is there. All of them are absolutely virus free. So organization took a good decision. It embraced the change instead of opposing it. Again, similar thing you can say uh, this thing, Firefox. So it was Netscape Navigator. Okay, now that company embraced the change. It said, okay, I lost the legal battle with Microsoft, and Microsoft is now giving out um, Internet Explorer as a free browser. So I should also give a free browser. It was Netscape was paid. No one used it. Means people stopped using it after a while because they got a free browser already on the operating system, along with the operating system. And then there was a legal battle that, okay, should that be a part of the operating system or not? And finally, Microsoft won it. So that was the first browser war. So after that, what Netscape did, it embraced the change. It understood that, see, this cannot continue. I have lost the battle. I can't go beyond that. I have to accept the change. Now, what it did is, there was such a nice comeback. They open sourced their browser's code. They say, okay, Microsoft will never open source anything. Okay, they want to earn money on every little line of code that they have written or they have got people to write for them. So they will never open source anything. And so they open source their. They said, okay, anyways, my market is low, so let me open source it. And then they made a Firefox browser out of their own this thing, open source code. So it is still Netscape Navigator only under the hood. Okay, now it is open source. So people started understanding the code and they started making plugins for it, and it worked very well. The first developer console also was, I think, at least I saw it in Facebook, this thing only. And then there was Firebug, if you remember, in those days. So all those things came in this Firefox only. So Firefox was a very nice brand. But then Google also did the same. When Google, so that was the second browser war. It was won by the Firefox, or yeah, they also created just like MSDN, Microsoft Developer Network. They created Mozilla Developer Network, MDN. Then just like MSN, Microsoft Network, they created America Online. So they created something parallel to whatever Microsoft had, and they won at every level. America Online is very successful. MSN nobody checks now. MSDN nobody checks. Even in my days, my youth, okay, MSDN was something, but now everyone goes to MSN only. Everyone goes for, even for JavaScript. If you want to know something, no one goes to MSDN now. No one goes to it, except if you are a C# developer. Even now, even in today's day, maybe you will go through it. But otherwise, you normally don't go through it. And MSN has won every battle. MSN is very, very famous. So Microsoft won the code battle. That means the first browser war, but the second browser war was won by Mozilla. Very, very convincingly it won. And then came Google into the industry. Google also, they use the same Netscape code, which was open source, and they created their own Chrome. Now, Chrome took over the market. It ate the market of Mozilla also. It ate the market of everyone. I was anyways destroyed by Mozilla. So it made its fate, and Google finally took the market of Mozilla also, and now Google's Chrome is the the most popular browser in the world. So that's how the browser wars were fought and won. So tipping point is the point when a company makes a decision that I need to embrace a change and I don't want to continue with the same strategy, or I don't want to be resilient, I want to be flexible. That's the tipping point. What are the 5 dimensions of built-in quality? Array Baap, 5 dimensions. I don't know. 5 dimensions. Okay, they are flow, architecture, design quality, code quality. Design quality, code quality, system quality, and release quality. Oh my God. Okay, so first thing is flow architecture and design quality. Second is code quality, system quality, and release quality. Okay. Code quality, the code will get released, then only we'll get that quality. Code quality, release quality, system quality. System quality, I understand. System means your how you implement say. Okay, that is your system quality. Okay, that is fine. Release quality and code quality are the same, I think. Design, and it all depends upon the design quality, architecture and design quality. What is flow, yeah? Okay, so built-in quality, na, 8 minute. Let me check here. So these are the core values. In the core values, I go to built-in quality. Okay, go to built-in quality and let me check. Flow architecture. Oh my God, really? Flow architecture and design quality, code quality, system quality, release quality. Let's read them now. Ensure the built-in quality. Okay, this fine. Okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Building quality ensures okay, fine, fine, fine. It is only this much, no? So where does the sentence start? Okay, in the building quality, building quality is a major functional element in safe, and since it's impossible to localize um, the quality discussion to a specific activity or um, artifact that affects quality, the safe built-in quality article organizes quality thinking around 5 specific aspects. So what I mean to say is built quality cannot be only with respect to the code. You want quality in everything that you do. And that is why these are 5 things that at least these 5 things require quality. And there is flow, architecture and design quality, code quality, system quality, and uh, release quality. We should really have explained it because most of them seem to be the same. See, when you say flow quality, then it is the same as a system quality. Okay. I don't know what is the difference. Maybe flow quality is CI/CD pipeline, and system quality is all the events that you organize at the PI level. Okay, PI level or agile team level. Maybe okay, that could be a difference. So this is what your Scrum Master and RT's work is to maintain the system quality, and maybe the system engineer's work is to maintain the flow quality. Architecture and design quality means your architect will ensure that the design is robust and it is good contemporary. Okay, so it is as per the current time. Code quality, your developers will ensure that, and then the release quality, your release engineer, that means again the person who looks after the flow, he will take care of it. Now the call. So I just say flow quality, whatever flow quality, then architecture and design quality, code quality, uh, system quality, and release quality. Release quality. Okay. Okay. I'll summarize once again. So it is the flow quality and release quality. System engineer will do. Then code quality or developer will do. Architecture and design quality or architect will do. And your Scrum Master and RT will take care of system quality. These are 5 dimensions of built-in built-in quality. Okay. How can DevOps help in scalability? DevOps is a combination of cultural change and development operations working together. And see, basically, you should respect quality. So DevOps will help you do that. I think that is where they come in. DevOps is a combination of cultural change in the development operations Working together in technical practices. Hmm. So it's a combination of two things, cultural change and technical practices. So cultural change of development and operations working together. Okay, this is one thing, and then technical practices. Okay, so cultural change and technical practices. Then um, DevOps helps in the automation and assimilation of the software development and IT services. Is a part of agile product delivery competency uh, of the lean enterprise, safe enterprise, implement DevOps to break down the organizational silos. This is also a word which is often used, breaking down of the organizational silos and deliver continuous delivery pipeline, that is CP. A high-performance innovation engine capable of delivering market-leading solutions at the speed of business. The correct words, speed of business. Deliver the product at the speed of business or at the speed of market. Very correct. DevOps helps in scalability in the following way. Small teams. Building a small team helps in delivering value to customer and also team members become intrapreneurs. An employee who is tasked with the development of with developing an an innovative idea or project within the company. So it's not an entrepreneur; it is an intrapreneur. Means you do something for the company that you're already working in. So this is what innovation is all about. When you want to show that your team is innovative, you basically do something to add value to your organization. That is entrepreneurship. Intrapreneurship. Okay, it's a nice word that even I came to know just now. Okay. So small team, building a small team helps in delivering the value to the customer and helps team members to become intrapreneurs. Then integrate skill development, excuse me. So, DevOps creates a culture of continuous learning and improvement, so it encourages skill development. Culture is a priority. So DevOps promotes the development of a culture of positivity between the operations and the team members. Yes. So, more than delivering the product, operations means the people who are responsible to deliver various releases. Okay, and those people are called as operators. So your operational lead over that things. So them and the team members. So the people who are looking after the delivery and the people, your delivery manager over that kind of people, and your agile team member means your development team basically. There is a positive exchange of information between them, right? So a culture develops between them. More than delivering a product, DevOps is about building a close knit relationship between the product and sales team. Oh my God. Okay. Excuse me. Implement feedback. So DevOps, okay, what is the time now? It's 1:24. I'll sleep after a while. I got office tomorrow. So DevOps helps in sustainability by receiving faster feedback. Okay, getting the feedback. Very nice, very nice. Automation. Automation helps in scalability, creating a test-driven environment that makes everyone accountable for the quality. Automated testing is mandatory without which continuous delivery is a distant. So, excuse me, I really need to sleep, I guess. Okay. How much of this page is it? For 50% of this page is still remaining. And then these 4 or 5 tabs, 4 more tabs. Okay. Okay, I think we'll call it today, and we'll call it today for today, and we will meet in another live session. Uh, okay, so good night and keep studying. Um, do send comments if you are stuck at anything. I'll try to respond to them. Okay. Until next time, this is Jai Shri Ram from Amit.